People Democratic Party and 39 other political parties have signed Memorandum of Understanding in a bid to unseat the ruling All Progressive Congress in the presidential election in 2019. The part code name Coalition of United Political Party is aimed at providing a platform for a unified presidential candidate in the next year's poll. Addressing the party members at ceremony in Abuja, Chairman of the People Democratic Party, Uche Secondus, said the move will foster unity among the political parties for a common front for the election. Secondus, however, urged members to support any candidate or candidates endorsed to represent the coalition at the presidential, senatorial, gubernatorial election.
On this day, 9th of July, it will be on record on the historical map of Nigeria that all of you gathered together to rescue this nation. It is important to know that who is who in Nigeria is here in this hall today. My leaders, I share the sentiment of all, and I believe that we are now one with this grand alliance.
In his remark, Deputy Senate President Ike Kirimadu assured the gathering of a level playing field and all-inclusive coalition to restore Nigerian lost glory. Kirimadu also promised that the coalition, if successful, will ensure restoration of IDPs to communities and security of life and property across the country.
So, my people, you are not the only people rejoicing. Those are brothers and sisters, investors who left Nigeria a long time ago. They are also rejoicing with you because by this time next year they will not be back. Those factories that were closed, they are going to come back alive and Nigerians will rejoice. They are also rejoicing with you. The other countries of Africa, 54 of them, who have looked up to Nigeria to provide leadership, and that leadership will not be provided. Until today, they'll have a good dinner in their houses, that Nigeria is coming back again. Because Mandela said, unless Nigeria ain't respect, no one will respect Africa. So we're going to take our place again as the foremost country in Africa and lead Africa to civilization. That's what we're going to do next year. So I believe that those people from the Southeast who the program and the practice of this government is forcing them to have a rethink about their membership of this country. Today they will rejoice that a new country is coming. We will be happy to be part of and be proud to contribute to its development.
Representatives of different political parties that made up the coalition were optimistic that the path will yield result. They, however, charged members on steadfastness to enable them wrestle power from ruling APC.
So how could they say that we are inconsequential?
Nobody can say that.
And if we are inconsequential, why do they run helter-skelter from poll to poll, going to National Assembly to persuade my people that they should not leave? So, this is a challenge to them, and I assure you seated here that if we can get our acts together, tap together, work together, be open to each other, the sky is our limit and success is our own. Thank you very much.
Understanding among more than 40 political parties in defense of democracy and its ideals is unprecedented in this country. Yes, it is a watershed in the quest to redirect the affairs of Nigeria. We all know that these are not the best of times for our dear country. The past 3 years have seen the people impoverished to the extent that the Brooklyn Institute recently crowned Nigeria as the poverty capital of the world. Insecurity has become the new normal, while the government is lost and continues to pass the buck in the most ridiculously unfortunate manner. When things like this happen, those of us who are the elite are hardly affected. It is we, the elite, that
coming together to forge this coalition to rescue Nigeria has no alternative. There is no other option. We are all party leaders. I want my party, Social Democratic Party, the party that Ebola used to become president, the party that Turaki and I and several others belong to, with which we control the National Assembly and many state assemblies. Yes, I would want my party to produce the next president. Yes, why not? But the way things are, we cannot afford to dissipate energy. All our votes must go to the same presidential candidate. All our votes, please listen carefully, must go to the same governorship candidate in every state.
Meanwhile, the national chairman of the People Democratic Party, Uche Secondos, has warned the Independent National Electoral Commission not to yield to any pressure to rig the forthcoming gubernatorial election in Ekiti State. Secondos made the call after he signed a memorandum of understanding with other political parties aimed at wresting power from All Progressive Congress. He said the coalition will resist any attempt to subvert the will of the people in the coming poll. Dino Dikampi and Senator representing Kogi West in the Senate, Dino Milaye, blamed the present administration, which he said is entitled to failure, calling on INEC to imbibe transparency and credibility in conducting the 2019 poll.
And so we want to warn on Ekiti. And I call on President Buhari. You must tell INEC and security agencies to conduct free, transparent, and fair election. The whole world is looking at you. Nigeria is looking at you. The people are watching your tricks and all the things that they will do on that day. If you rig Ekiti election, there will be no election 2019. I bet you. I want everyone to know that APC will lose power in 2019. I assure you that President Muhammadu Buhari is entitled to failure. 2019, he will fail. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, PDP, when shall I see my APC suffer me? Oh, when shall I see my PDP? I will never forget my.
From Abuja, Muyo Bamdele reporting. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar says the signing of Memorandum of Understanding amongst the various opposition parties will end negative change in the country. He described the MOU as a watershed moment towards the consolidation of democracy, politics of purpose, and citizen-centered development in the country. Abubakar, in a statement issued by his media office in Abuja, commended Prince Uche Secondus led National Working Committee of PDP for having a foresight to bring together Nigerian opposition parties under one big umbrella. In his quote, "I wholeheartedly endorse this exercise and look forward to a spirit of collaboration amongst ourselves as we continue the campaign for the deliverance of Nigeria from the force of retrogression, recession, division, and blame games." Former Vice President commended all those who made the event a reality. PDP signed an MOU with 38 political parties to wrest power in 2019 from All Progressive Congress (APC) and form a national unity government.
Vice Chancellor of Nasarawa State University, Professor Mohammed Mainoma, has expressed dissatisfaction over federal and state government inability to expand existing universities in the country rather than establishing new ones. Professor Mainoma, who spoke with Ben TV in Kefi, Nasarawa State, at an exclusive interview, said the expansion will enhance increased access to university education, thereby making it standard and of good quality.
The number of universities as they are, with the kind of facilities they have, they are not adequate to cater for the yearnings of our young youths that want to this university degrees. But we are misplacing the issue, because it is not horizontal growth that is the issue. We can also do, it is not vertical growth that is the issue. We can do horizontal growth. What I mean is this: instead of expanding the number of universities, you can expand existing universities, and they will be able to adequately cater for more than what the new universities can do. For instance, in my mind, a state should not be thinking of doing another university when it can expand existing one to take more than what the new university can take. So if the idea is that you want to have a vice chancellor that you can appoint, or you want to make the university in your village, then at the end of the day, it is not going to solve the problem that you're trying to solve in terms of increasing access. But if the idea is that you want to truly increase access, you expand the existing ones and allow them run as a university.
He also advocates for more funding to support the country's higher education to achieve its desired goal.
So long as we do not have a change of direction in terms of funding education in Nigeria, we are going nowhere. Our mates like Brazil, like other countries of the world, like Malaysia, they realized this about 25 years ago. And therefore, they made the investment that was necessary and adequate in education. And that is why they are, including China, that is why they are where they are today. So we must try to prioritize the idea of funding education adequately, so that the public institutions you see are the ones that take the majority of the people, and they are the ones that they can actually educate the people the way that it is desired. All other arrangements is just not going to work. It is when these things work properly that others may also fall in place. And that is the truth of the matter. So without adequate funding for our public institutions, we are nowhere. Associated with that also is that where you allow people to do private primary school, to do private secondary school, to do private universities within the context of those running governments, then you are also not likely to go anywhere in terms of educational advancement in Nigeria.
While reacting to the recent killings in the country, Professor Mainoma advised federal government to listen to all parties involved and seek ways of resolving them.
Whatever is going to be done to any particular community or society, let it be understood by people that it is the basis of, this is the basis of, we are not doing it because of tribe, we are not doing it because of religion, but this is what we are doing, and this is the expectation. These are the kind of things we intend to do within the next 2-3 years, so that you know that if a community is getting something, your own also is coming at another time. So once that is established and there is clear transparency of governance, then people will not be agitated to fight themselves, and that is key, because every problem you see is as a result of misinformation or misrepresentation. So once people do not believe that what you are doing is what you ought to do, then there is a problem. So and most of it you find out that it is coming because people feel aggrieved that either you are doing something that is supporting one group and that is against the other group. So the other group that feel at disadvantage will have to fight back.
In Abuja, LM Chukwemeka reports.
National Chairman of All Progressive Congress, Adam Oshiomhole, has said that the heavy security deployed for Saturday governorship election in Ekiti State was necessary in forestalling breakdown of law and order. Oshiomhole stated this in Abuja while reacting to the deployment of 30,000 policemen to the state for the election. Oshiomhole spoke after a closed-door meeting with the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Paul Arkwright, in Abuja. He, however, added that it was not the number of the officers deployed that mattered, but their effectiveness in ensuring safety of voters and ballot boxes. He said that heavy presence of military and the police was required at election, especially in Nigeria. Oshiomhole appreciated the British government for its support in promoting democracy in Nigeria and assured the envoy that the federal government would do everything to ensure a free and fair electoral process in Ekiti.